So not exactly the way you would like to win, I'm sure, but how did you think that league is going to be?
A win is a win. I'm just trying to do my job, and Mark is there to, for both of us, to make sure that he puts our safety first, and I can't control what she does, and I did my job and I finished my fight, and yes, it is a little bit controversial, but you can punch people in the eye, you can knee them, all this kind of stuff. So I kind of backed off at start because I didn't know what he was going to do, because he started talking to Kat, and as I got closer I could hear him saying, "The fight's still on, keep going." So when I did and she didn't do anything, that's where Mark's got to step in, because he needs to put her safety first as well.
So is there going to be, for you personally, is this a little bit bittersweet because you got your first win, but almost certainly everyone's just going to be talking about the way it happened? So do you feel almost a bit robbed?
A win is a win. I can't let anybody else dictate how I feel about a win, because at the end of the day I have put in the hard work. I guess it wasn't the most, clean cut finish, but it is what it is, and we're happy to give the fight back. We're happy for that fight again. If people feel like I need to prove that I'm one of the best in the world in this division, and but if not, let's go to the next challenge.
What was your
What?
What was your view of the sequence of this? You throw the kick, and what did you feel? Did you feel that it landed? Did you feel anything when you
So when I throw that specific combination, usually if they back up, I finish with a left head kick, and I was aiming for her head, and she kind of backed up, she kind of leaned back. I don't really have control over that, and I knew it landed, but I didn't know where it landed. I knew it landed on her face. And I was ready to follow up with some heavy strikes, because that's how we kind of planned it, and that's how our game plan worked. And the way it happened, she kind of backed away, and the way she did it, kind of I was like, oh, this, she's hurt, bad. And then I could see Mark kind of hovering around. So I was like, oh, okay, what's going on? And then when I heard him say, "There's not, nothing's happening, keep going," I was like, okay, well, I have a job to do as well.
So it's kind of surprising how you didn't think it landed that much to hurt in the moment.
Yeah, I throw you throw to hurt your opponent. It's MMA. It's two people locked in a cage trying to beat the shit out of each other for money. But yeah, I try. But I'm just trying to do my job, and really, our goal was just to react and just flow, have fun out there, kind of bring a little bit of gangster Megan out, and just flow. And that's what we did. We kind of, we were expecting her to pressure and come at us hard early, which she didn't, which was actually surprising. But we got the win.
Do you think maybe your length surprised her on that sequence? Because
yeah,
it kind of came out. It seemed like she was not expecting that kick at all.
Well, people don't understand. My coaches on my team understand. The range is different. I fight extremely long, and you don't understand that until you're in there with me, how long that is. And I know that she was definitely going to want to try and grapple us, so we've been working a lot, and that's one thing I am disappointed that I wasn't able to showcase is my wrestling, and my wrestling defensive and offensive. But I think she realized getting in there, I make the range extremely long, and it is very hard to get in on the inside.
Have you seen Kat? Do you know what state her eyes are?
No, I haven't seen her. I definitely, hope she's okay. Outside of, everything leading up and the fight, at the end of the day, win, lose or draw, I have a lot of respect for my opponents. It takes guts getting into a cage, getting locked in there and trying to, hurt somebody else. It's a lot of people will never do that in their life, and so I have a lot of respect for her, and I hope she's okay.
Were you surprised at the weigh-ins how fast she got into your face, and were you maybe looking forward to get a little payback for that?
No, not at all. Kat's she's an emotional fighter, and I definitely was expecting her to come at me at the weigh-ins, but I just don't care for that shit. I have a very good ability to kind of disengage my emotions, and I feel like that's what makes me a dangerous fighter, because I don't fight emotionally. I go into you could say like a deep dark place that kind of is scary to some people. So when I get into that zone, it's, you know, and I was trying to be able to showcase that a little bit more in the fight, but you know, once I get there, it's a bad time for my opponent.
The winner of this fight was, you know, in theory, speaks about the winner of the co-main event tonight. Based off this performance and the way it did, would you like a rematch with Cascano or just another opponent first before stepping in there with the winner of the Cyborg and Mendes, or does that really not faze you? Do you think you're ready for that title shot?
I really don't give a shit. If they want me to fight Kat again and prove something, that's fine. If they want me to fight somebody else, we'll fight them. If they want me to fight the winner, we'll fight them. Like, I don't really freaking care. Like, let's sign featherweights. If you want me to fight somebody else, let's actually sign some featherweights. If you want me to rematch with Kat and prove something more, let's do that as well. Like, I really don't care. I just want to fight. And, you know, if you speak to my coaches, like, we have this mentality. We walk into the gym every day, and you know, I walk into the gym every day with the mentality that I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet, and that's what I'm working towards. And like, I honestly believe that I'm one of the best in the world in this division, and I hope that I can start getting the respect that I deserve.
Do you think you can fight in Australia?
That's 5 weeks away. That's a very short time. I think turnaround-wise, I can't, just because of like the weight cut. And you have to realize, like, with the time travel, that is like the time change is significant in Australia. Like, you know, when I fly there, you have jet lag for like a week, and then let alone having to cut weight, do all that shit, fight, all while being jet lagged. I physically I couldn't do it, but I definitely want to fight the first quarter of next year.
Do you have any predictions for the co-main event?
Predictions. I am really interested in this fight. I think stylistically, it's we have two pressure fighters who are at the top of the division in their prime. I think the keys for Amanda, she needs to make Chris respect her power. A lot of Chris's recent opponents haven't been able to make them respect the power. So what's happened is she's just been able to bully them, to pressure them, walk forward with no regard. I think Amanda has the power to do that, so I'm interested to see what happens if that is the case. On the other hand, Chris is you know, she's a phenomenal athlete. She's physically strong. She's got a lot of power, and I think she needs to pressure Amanda and pressure consistently with high volume. And I don't know. I see Chris winning it, but of all of Chris's recent opponents, I think Amanda has the biggest chance of the upset, and like, I definitely can see her doing that.
You can use the full, almost the full 3 hours yesterday for the fans. Harder weight cut than usual.
No, it's, we had time. Like, why rush things? I'm a 6 foot tall. I'm a big featherweight, and you know, it was smooth. We cut some the night before, we cut some the morning of. We didn't rush it. It was one of the best weight cuts I've ever had. Like, I felt great getting up on that scale. So yeah, it wasn't tough at all. I work with Tyler Minton. I know he's worked with a lot of other fighters, and he is, in my opinion, one of the best at what he does. And you know, it was the smoothest, and I feel amazing today. So definitely wasn't a hard weight cut. I don't think I've ever had a hard weight cut, but of all of them, like, this has been the easiest.
So if not the Cyborg Nunez winner and not Kat next, who would even be a realistic opponent next for you? Who is even out there?
I don't know. Let's sign some featherweights, guys. I really don't, like, I really hope that I can use my platform to showcase that there are stars in this division, or being built in this division, that it is marketable, it is worth investing in, and I really hope that they start doing that, because like, I want to fight for the UFC. This has always been a goal for myself, and I know for a lot of other fighters. So, you know, giving women in the featherweight division that opportunity is huge. Thank you.